Hello friends, welcome to our channel Mechanical Motivator. In this video, we will be seeing the second of already in previous video, we saw few problems on vibration isolation and force transmissibility. In this video also, we will be seeing 2 to 3 problems and this one will be second of the previous video. A machine of mass 80 kg is mounted on a spring, so mass will be 80 kg. Stiffness 1500 kilonewton per meter. So stiffness value will be 1500 kilonewton per meter and we need to convert into newton per meter. So kilonewton means 10 power 3. Has a damping factor of 0.2. So eta will be 0.2. Damping factor or damping ratio. A piston with a machine of mass 3 kg. So small m will be 3 kg. So small m will be 3 kg. Has a reciprocating motion with a stroke length of 70 mm. So stroke length 70 mm means the length will be 70 mm and convert into meter. Speed of 4000 cycles per minute. So n will be 4000 cycles per minute. Assuming the motion to be simple harmonic, determine the amplitude of motion of the machine. So amplitude means x max. Its phase angle. Second thing we need to determine the phase angle. Third one will be force transmitted to the foundation. So FT, force transmitted. Fourth one will be the phase angle transmitted, phase angle of transmitted force with respect to exciting force. So we need to determine the phi with respect to force transmitted. So first one, they are asking us to find X max, right? So formula for the X max is, this is the formula. We know the force, this is the centrifugal force. So formula is mr omega square r. So we know the reciprocating mass, we know the radius. With the help of stroke length, we can calculate radius, half of the stroke length. And omega we can calculate with the help of n, because they have given the value of n, right? So n they have given us 4000 cycles per minute. So it's nothing but RPM, so revolution per minute. So n is equal to 4000 RPM and we know the n, right? So just substitute the value of n and we'll be getting omega value. Eta is nothing but damping ratio, which is nothing but C by Cc. C means damping coefficient and Cc means critical damping coefficient. In order to determine critical damping coefficient, we know the formula 2m omega n, and omega is root of s by m. We know the stiffness. I mean, stiffness value is very well known, and mass also we know. So with the help of this, once we substitute the mass value and stiffness value, we can get the value for critical damping coefficient, Cc value. Unit for critical damping and damping coefficient is same, Newton per meter per second. So if you want to find C means just cross multiply Cc to the other side. So we know the value of eta, we know the value of Cc. So we can determine the value of damping coefficient. So just substitute all the values, substitute the value of C, omega, stiffness and mass, and we can easily determine the X max value, and it will be 1.45 10 power minus 3. It's simple calculation by substitution. So second thing, we need to determine the phase angle. So phase angle means phi. So phi, the formula for phase angle is this, and just substitute all the known values. So C value we know, omega value we know, and S stiffness we know, mass we know, omega we know. So substitute all the values and we will be getting an answer as minus 8 degree 19 minutes. So we can also leave the answer like this as it is, or else we can add 180 degree. That is, in tan we can add 180 so that we will be getting a positive value. If you want, you can add it, or else you can also leave it. So third one, we need to determine force transmitted. So force transmitted formula is X max into S square plus C square omega square whole root. So substitute all the known values and we can easily get the value of the force transmitted, and unit will be Newton. Fourth, they are asking us to calculate the phase angle with respect to force transmitted. So this is the formula for the phase angle with respect to force transmitted. So just substitute the eta value, omega and all the values we know. So omega and alone we need to determine that. So omega is equal to root of s by m. So stiffness we know, mass we know. So we can easily get the value of omega n. Omega value we got it previously, that is here we got omega, right, 418. So just substitute the same value and you will be getting an answer 75 degree 1 minute. So next sum will be a single cylinder engine has a force balance of 500 Newton. So force will be 500 Newton running at a engine speed of 300 RPM. So actually it's 3000 RPM, right? So it's whether 3000 or 300. Okay, actually in question they have given wrong, I think. So it's something 3000 RPM. So N will be 3000 RPM. Total mass of the engine is 150 kg. So capital M. So capital M is 150 kg and it is carried on a set of spring. of total stiffness 300 Newton per centimeter. So stiffness they have given us 300 Newton per centimeter. So just convert into meter. So once you convert means we'll be getting 3 into 10 power 4 Newton per meter. So find the amplitude of vibration and neglecting damping. Neglecting damping means then C is equal to 0. So maximum oscillating force transmitted to the foundation. So we need to determine what all things we need to determine. The damping force being 1000 Newton. So force transmitted, that is we have the value of force. So force is equal to, not force, that is the damping force is 1000 Newton. So listen, actually here what they are telling us, they have given the C value. So 1000 Newton having a velocity of 1 meter per second. So this is the damping force and this is the unit velocity. So ratio of these two things will be damping coefficient, that is actual damping coefficient 1000 Newton per meter per second. Find the amplitude of force vibration at 1000 Newton per meter per second and determine the angle of phase lag. So they are asking us to find two different things. That is, first thing we need to determine amplitude at a damping condition. X max is equal to 0. So we need to determine amplitude neglecting damping. So X max C is equal to 0. And second thing, we need to determine force transmitted. We need to calculate how much force transmitted to the foundation with C is equal to 1000 Newton per meter per second. And third one will be, we need to calculate X max at 1000 Newton per meter per second. So fourth one will be phase lag. So step by step we can calculate, and we know all the formulas. Only 2 to 3 formulas are there. So it's a merely direct substitution. So X max at damping condition, if we neglect damping means C will be equal to 0. So just substitute the value of everything, that is force S M omega. So force value we know. Force value they have given. Force value they have given us 500 Newton. So substitute the force value. Stiffness you know. Stiffness is 3 into 10 power 4. So just 3 into 10 power 4. And mass value you know. Omega we need to calculate. We know the RPM, right? Actually it's 300, not 3000 more. Sorry, there is a mistake. Actually in question they have given us N is equal to 300 RPM. In while writing they have written wrongly. Here they have substituted 300, right? So N will be 300 RPM. Just make a note of it. N will be 300 RPM. So once you calculate means you will be getting an answer as 31.41 radian per second. So we can calculate X max. Second thing, we need to determine the force transmitted at 1000 Newton per meter per second. So second thing, what they are asking us to find is, we need to determine the force transmitted at foundation in case of damping force will be 1000 Newton per unit velocity 1 meter per second. At that condition we need to determine. So formula will be here. So just substitute the formula. X max we need to determine, right? So X max we need to determine. So force will be 500. So once you calculate the X max means just directly substitute the X max value and remaining stiffness C omega everything you will be knowing. So C value if you want to know means C value they have given. C is 1000. So just substitute the directly substitute the C value and determine the force transmitter. So you'll be getting an answer as 177.64 Newton. And last but not least, he will be asking us to calculate phase angle, right? So phase angle will be tan inverse of, this is the formula. So just substitute all the values, C value, omega value, S value, all the values substitute, and you'll be getting an answer as minus 14 degree 54 minutes. So we have calculated, right? Actually in this we have calculated the amplitude of forced vibration at X max also. So here we calculated, see X max, that is the X max for the force transmitter 1000 Newton. We have calculated the X max value and then we have substituted here. So we have calculated the X max as well as force transmitter. So I hope this problem is very much clear. So we'll be moving to the next problem. The mass of the electric motor is 150 kg. So mass will be 150 kg and it runs at 1600 RPM. So N will be 1600 RPM. The armature mass is 40 kg. So small MR will be 40 kg and its center of gravity lies at 0.5 mm from the axis of rotation. So in this sum, they have given a twist like center of gravity. It's nothing but R value. So we just saw these things in critical shaft, right? Critical speed of the shaft. So same thing we are going to see here also. Instead of giving the stroke length, they have given the radius directly. That is R value they have given directly. So the motor is mounted on 5 springs. So totally there are 5 springs, not live, mounted on 5 springs of negligible damping. So negligible damping means C will be 0. So that the force transmitted is 1/11th of the impressed force. So force transmitted will be 1/11th of the impressed force. So we know the transmissibility ratio, that is force transmitted to the impressed force, applied force, right? Ratio of force transmitted to the force applied will be the transmissibility ratio. So epsilon, actually it's like epsilon, so epsilon value we can easily write, that is epsilon will be 1 by 11, I think so. So ft by f is epsilon, nothing but 1 by 11. So assume the mass of the motor is equally distributed among the 5 springs. Determine the stiffness of each spring. He is asking us to determine stiffness for each spring. Dynamic force transmitted to the base. So what is the dynamic force transmitted to the base at the operating speed? That is 1600 RPM. How much force is transmitted? Third one will be natural frequency of the system. So first we need to determine stiffness for each spring. So epsilon formula will be, this is the epsilon formula, and we can write like this: omega square minus omega n square by omega n square. So this omega n will be going to the numerator. So instead of epsilon, we can substitute 1 by 11, because we know that ft by f is equal to 1 by 11 is equal to epsilon. So just in this thing, we can calculate omega. Omega will be 2 pi n by 60, n will be 1600. So omega value we can easily get, and in out of this only omega n will be the unknown. So calculating that is quite easier, right? So just substitute all the value, substitute the omega value, omega n is the only unknown. So keep omega n on the reference here and reduce the equation, and further when we reduce it, we will be getting an answer as omega n as 48.367. So next what we're going to do, omega n will be root of s by m, right? So omega n we got 48.36, and root of s by m. So mass we know, on stiffness we can easily calculate. So we will be getting an answer as stiffness for this, but this is for the combined stiffness. In question they are asking for each spring. So since there are now number of springs is 5, we can divide the total stiffness with the number of spring. So to calculate the stiffness for each spring, then whatever answer we got, just divided by 5, so that we can get the stiffness for each spring. So we are getting an answer as 70182.5 Newton per meter. So next thing is the dynamic force transmitted to the base, not bore, base at the operating speed of 1600 RPM. We know the force transmitted, no, not force, we know the centrifugal force formula, mr omega square r. So mr is the reciprocating mass 40, omega we need to calculate. No, we have already calculated omega, we already calculated, right? 167.55. Substitute omega value on r value we know, so we can easily get the force value. So force transmitted by force will be equal to epsilon. So if you want the force transmitted, means we already got the force value, just cross multiply the force value to the other side and multiply with the transmissibility ratio. So we can easily get transmissibility ratio is 1 by 11. So we can easily calculate the force transmitted, 51.04 Newton. So this is the answer which we got for force transmitted. Last but not least is we need to determine the natural frequency of the system. So natural frequency is omega n is equal to root of s by m, and we know that frequency is equal to omega n by 2 pi. So these things we already calculated, right? So omega n we already calculated, omega n is 48.367. So we can use directly the omega, no need to write the stiffness and mass value. So just divide the omega n by 2 pi, so we can easily get the value for the frequency. So natural frequency of the system will be 7.697 Hz. So once we round off, means it's 7.7 Hz. So I hope these whatever sums we saw, it's a bit easier and clear. In case if you're having any doubt, just write in the comment section. Please do subscribe to my channel Mechanical Motivator and press the bell icon. Then only you will be getting all the videos which I upload. Thanks for watching this video. Have a great day.